Okay, welcome to the interview. Tell me more about yours.
So my name is Target. I come from a place that's called Heaven in the World, which is Kashmir, from India. And I have graduated in Masters of Engineering Civil Engineering in 2020. Since then I worked as a site engineer for around 1.5 years, 2 years. And then later shifted into project planning and management roles in a company in Telangana, Hafi Construction. So after that, to dive deep into project management and control, I interned at Edge Projects Management Consultancy, which is based out from Ajman, United Arab Emirates, where I gained hands-on knowledge in project planning, scheduling, and creating like baselines, adding resources, like retrieving data from Primavera, taking that into Power BI and making reports based on that for the stakeholders in the upper management.
Okay, fair enough. So you said that basically you are a civil engineer.
Yes,
And you are targeting the role of a planning engineer, and that's the reason you have come here. Now, how many years of experience you said you have? That's 3 years.
Yes, sir. No, sir. I have like in total like 5 years of experience, in which like site experience plus like project engineer management role of like 3
Okay, when did you graduate?
I graduated in
Mid-22.
Right.
Okay. So what took you so long to actually shift to project controls and planning?
So basically, it is a if you look at it, it's a like natural way of doing it. Things in project planning and control. As a fresher, you're not able to first of all understand a lot of things that happen on the site.
So is it due to lack of awareness from your side, or do you want to say that every fresher cannot target a project controls position?
What I truly believe is that a project controls and a project planning engineer needs to know what exactly happens on the site, so that he understands clearly what are the activities involved in a construction project. Plus, it is not just about the activities. You can Google it or you can read it somewhere. But what really happens during planning, how we can like guesstimate things, how we can guesstimate activities, the activity duration, and the overall things that happen on the site into a planning role. That can only happen if he has worked on a site, for two or 3 years, and then after that he can simply put that very knowledge into a planning or a controls role.
Fair enough, I resonate your opinion, but I beg to differ on this part that even freshers are eligible for project planning roles. Because when you start your career as a site engineer, you will be labeled as a site engineer for some time. So when you want to shift, it will be a very daunting task. It's a completely paradigm shift from site to project control. So I personally believe, and the market actually perceives, that people should start their career in project controls even though they are freshers. Anyhow, so it's your opinion, I appreciate that. So far so good, 5 years to actually convince ourselves that we belong to project planning and controls. So for this particular role, we have undergone certain training. So what kind of training did you go? Can you elaborate on that, and what kind of certifications do you have, and what skills actually you obtained through this process of training?
Right. So first of all, I went through like 8 modules before jumping into the final project.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. May I know the program name?
Yes, so the Edge Project Controls, AIPPC, which is
What is AIPPC?
Which is sorry, I'm not able to.
See, if you are actually
So it's applied integrated.
if you are thinking I am Mr. Zubair, I am not Mr. Zubair.
Yeah.
I am Sheikh Khalid bin Maktoum bin Dash and Dash
Right,
from
right.
UAE or a Saudi company. So please don't treat me as a person from his project control.
Yes,
I'm not familiar with what AIPPC stands for. You need to elaborate, and you need to stress on the fact that what exactly this program contains.
Yes, sir.
So please.
So basically, it is applied integrated project planning and controls internship. Applied integrated project
Name
planning
looks
and
good,
controls.
right?
Right, sir.
But name is not good. Huh?
Not exactly, sir.
You don't know exactly. What you know? This is the program name. It looks good. It looks good or not?
Yes.
It looks catchy. What is the name?
Applied integrated project planning and controls.
Controls. Okay, fine.
as the name suggests that it is basically an applied integration of project planning management, as the name suggests itself.
Okay.
So what we went through 8 modules which covered things such as right from cost estimation, from estimation, building estimation, and then things like we went through a number of modules in which
But you should elaborate the module names,
Yeah.
not in order, but exactly you should know what kind of modules were there.
yeah.
So, did it contain something called data analytics, data
Yeah,
visualization in project controls?
It
Did it also contain artificial intelligence in project
yeah,
controls?
the use of
Did it also contain contract management and administration in project controls?
right, sir, right, sir.
Did it also contain planning, updating, tracking,
right,
progress measurement systems? So,
right. All of those
these things are actually present
in the module.
good
Right?
course of
Right.
project control. So, I'm assuming that maybe you have done all these courses.
Yes,
You
sir.
have gone through all these modules.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir. After that, we put in that knowledge into the final project, in which we start from the scratch, from putting in taking a POQ of some project from the estimation team, and then putting down all those activities in the Primavera, then adding resources at the end of the day, scheduling and updating all this stuff in the Primavera, taking out the data towards Primavera, to Power BI, and then creating reports and dashboards for the upper management.
As you know, we are a main contracting company. So your position would be a planning engineer or a project controls engineer. So do you feel that you are ready with the EPC concepts? And
Yes.
you are eligible to work in main contracting company? Do you
Yeah.
feel you are confident enough? Because we are not a supplying company or a subcontracting company or a PMC. So your role will be very distinguished and very elaborate at the same time. You need to prepare the schedule. Of
Right.
course, in Primavera,
Yes, sir.
you will have inputs. So may I know what kind of inputs do you require to prepare a good healthy schedule?
Sir, I would definitely require a strong POQ from where I can build the activities actually. And at the same time, then, given my knowledge, I'll be able to pull down the activity duration. At the same time, I'll be getting the report based on the
You don't require the
productivity
contract
rates.
documents for preparing a schedule,
Yeah, I would require contract documents. At the same time, I would
BOQ,
require a POQ
and also the drawings.
and the drawings and the activity and the the productivity rates of the people on the site, so that I'll be able to put down
The
the
resources.
exact resources or exact timings, durations for the activities.
So who provides the resource mapping sheet in real time? Which department provides you? Do you have access to resource, data? Because in Primavera, for cost project schedule, of course, you need to define and assign resources wherein you have labor and non-labor resources as well.
Yes, sir.
So you have to have a particular resource mapping sheet.
Yes, sir.
If you have to map it to the quantity of the BOQ material mentioned in the BOQ.
Right.
So who provides you that? Do you make it yourself or do you
No,
want?
that will be provided by the.
If it is not provided, what is your plan B to prepare the resource mapping sheet? Because you need to assign resources.
Yeah, so,
You need to precisely know that for a particular activity you need this set of resources, and you also know you also have to actually enter the budgeted units of man and machine resources.
Right.
Got it? So you need a resource mapping sheet.
Right.
Of course, that will come to productivity rate. Maybe other people are involved in doing that.
Right.
What if it is not available? Would you skip that aspect, or you want to stress on the fact and mention the man and machine aspect as well? If it is not available, what would be a plan B?
So the point is, I'll go through the BOQ. I'll see based on what material cost I'm having. I'll simply put that down in the because that would include all other things.
Fair enough. You got the cost aspect, but what about effort? Because man and machine, you need to put the effort, the hours.
Yes, sir.
So if resource mapping is not available,
Yeah. Right.
see, as a planning engineer, okay, you would have certain resource in the setup, in the form of documents. So resource mapping sheet also is one of them.
Yeah.
But if it is not available,
I'll need to calculate all of those things by myself.
but I don't think you would have enough time in doing that. Is it really required? You want to skip that part? Is it really required? Because you are incorporating the cost aspect.
Right.
And you are mentioning the material quantity for
Right.
every activity wherever it
Yes,
is.
sir.
So would you want to skip it, or you want to delegate this task to somebody else from your department or outside the department to prepare the resource mapping sheet?
Yeah, sure, I can do that at that point of time. I can delegate that to
You
someone.
can delegate.
Right.
So this looks quite smart.
Yes, sir.
Because as a planning engineer,
Yeah,
you are entitled to certain set of documents which are readily available.
Right.
If those are not readily available, you cannot actually take the task on yourself.
Right.
Got it?
Right.
If there is a variation order and you need, you think that this BOQ is, it has to be revised, so you need some extra quantities, extra materials to be added in the BOQ. So you want to do that, but that's not the scope of work like this.
Right.
So I want to actually, inculcate a habit in you, because you are joining this company most probably, that what belongs to your scope of work, we have to do it.
Right.
If it doesn't, so it's better you play it safe and you get it done through somebody else.
Right.
If that is not being done, you have other aspects to go.
Right.
You have to prepare the dashboard, you have to prepare the minutes of meetings. So you are just one, normal soul. You cannot do multitasking at once.
Exactly. Right.
So this is what I want to, convey to everybody, that what is in your scope of work, you have to focus on.
Right.
Resource mapping sheet, okay, it's readily available, fine. If it is not, it's a very important document. No doubt, there's no denying. If it's not available, you have to get it done through others.
For the means, right.
Okay, fine. Very enough. So, can you tell me about the software which we have learned extensively? Is it Primavera or Power BI?
Extensively, we have learned P6 because at the end of the day, we do everything on P6 and just simply take out data at the end of the day to Power BI in order to just make
You analyze and
dashboard.
visualize the data from
Right.
Primavera in Power BI.
Exactly. That is like the last thing we try to do. The more we are cleaner, the more cleaner data we put in the Primavera, the more we are able to use filters to get the data out of Primavera. It will simply help us to build better dashboards later on in Power BI.
So, on a scale of 10, how much knowledge of Primavera do you think you have? Can you rate yourself? Because you are confident, for
Yes.
example, you can rate yourself. So, how much do you think that you are, on a scale of 10?
At this point of time, sir, 6 to 7, because there are so many things.
So, are you being modest or are you being really
So
conservative?
I'm being really honest and I'm being practical about it because there are
So
so
6
many.
to 7, it's quite, it's quite low. With these set of skills, I don't think you can do justice to the planning engineer's role.
Right.
Because if you don't know the aspects of P6,
Right.
if you don't know planning, how would you control it, how would you update it, how would you monitor it?
Right.
So 6 to 7 looks quite.
But I'm
Basic.
still on it. I am planning to.
We don't provide you the leisure to learn, because from day one you have to do this job.
Right.
You have to take over the reins of somebody else who has actually left this particular role, or you will be based on new projects. So I don't
Right.
think we'll have leisure to provide you with the time to learn Primavera.
Yes,
We
sir.
are looking for ready-made candidates.
Right. So, but at
See,
the
as
job.
you know that you are coming from a different background,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I expect you to be thorough with Primavera. So 6 to 7, fine. I appreciate your honesty,
Right.
but I don't think 6 to 7 would actually work over here. Okay, to evaluate this 6 to 7, or maybe if you are more on that, can you tell me which scheduling technique does Primavera is based upon?
So it's based on critical path method.
Very good critical path method. Is there any alternate to CPM?
So there is, but that is more of used in research purposes. That is PERT,
Can
program
you?
evaluation and review technique. That
Yes,
is
I
that is-
appreciate that. Good.
that's more used in projects such as, let's say, you're developing some drug or you're using some military,
Mhm.
you're working on a military project or something. So the
Yes.
time is not a big issue for that.
It's kind of hypothetical and
Exactly,
your
and you
research.
use 3 time estimates in that. Here we are certain about time, we are sure about the time. Here we are like,
What exactly this time is called?
so, as per like,
Realistic, pessimistic.
that is a probabilistic. In
Huh?
PERT, it is probabilistic.
What CPM?
So it is
Realistic.
realistic, yeah. It is realistic.
So what is critical path method? Can
Sir.
you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sir. Critical path method is again a project management technique wherein we get to see when the.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Right, sir.
I don't think it's a project management technique. It's a project scheduling.
It's scheduling, sorry, project scheduling technique.
Scheduling and project management is synonymous, but that doesn't mean both are equal.
Right.
Project management is different. We have certain other things in project management.
Right.
Okay, fine. Please continue.
So it's a scheduling technique wherein we get the longest path that the project can work on and the shortest time to like reach a point.
You are telling shortest and the longest at the same time. Longest in the sense, do you mean by the number of
For
activities?
the number of activities, right? Activity count and the shortest as per the time.
No. Critical path is the longest path in a particular project.
Right.
That means it has no connection with the number of activities. If you count the duration of all these critical activities on the critical path, that would be equivalent to the project's duration.
Right.
So the longest path is nothing but the longest in terms of duration.
Okay.
Whereas you have other paths in the schedule, no doubt,
Right.
but they are not actually categorized as critical path. Why? Because those activities which are falling on that path, if you add up their durations, that's not matching the project duration.
Right.
So yeah, I think the basics are wrong. Critical path method is a good scheduling technique, fine. You got it right this time. But when you further elaborate it, what is the critical path? Critical path is the longest path. Okay, fair enough, that's also good. That doesn't mean it has to have more activities. It's not connected with the activity count. It may be 10 activities, 100 activities.
Right.
But the duration of those 10 or 100 activities should be equal to the project's duration.
Right.
Got it?
Right.
So this is the longest part, longest in terms of the duration. Please correct yourself.
Right.
Right.
And
And
I just wanted to add in one more thing, the total float of all the activities there is zero on the
yes,
path.
very good. The total float of all the critical activities on the critical path is zero.
Right.
That means you don't have any buffer.
Exactly.
Can you afford to delay any one activity which is critical on the
That
critical
would
path?
definitely delay the project later on.
Brilliant. So that would, if I delay at least by 1 day,
Right.
that would be delayed by the
And that
project
would-
deadline would skip by 1 day.
Right.
Okay, very nice. Plus, can you change the setting if possible? In the background. Well, this was about critical path method, critical path, the longest duration, XYZ. Okay. Can you tell me about float?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What
So
is it?
it is exactly the buffer, which is float has two types.
Why should float be zero? It can be anything. It can be zero for critical activities.
Yeah, so it is zero for critical activities, and there we have total float, and then we have independent float or free float.
Another.
There is total float, which is basically if by that amount of
See, I'm sitting over here. I'm interviewing. That doesn't mean that whatever questions I pose you should be precisely correct or accurate. The wording of my question also should matter. I just asked you what is float. I do not categorically specify free float or total float.
right.
It should have been your duty to actually clarify this. What do you want to do? You want to clarify this question?
So
There is no answer for every question. First of all, the question should look like a question.
right.
I just said float. There is no such concept of float in project scheduling or Primavera. It's either free float or total float.
Right.
You want to.
But I was about to like.
So you are assuming, but I think the question here which I posed is
Yes, sir.
Or
Will you please
let-
let me know what we are exactly trying to
Total.
So sir, the total float is the amount of time like by which if the activity is let's say delayed, it won't affect the total overall like the end of the
if it has some buffer. If it doesn't have,
if
it's
it,
critical activity.
yeah.
What is the
It
total
will
float?
affect it.
What is the total float for critical activities?
It's zero.
Zero.
Right.
Can you have a negative total float for an activity?
That is like we are running like ahead of schedule, but that doesn't make sense.
But can you actually have negative total float in Primavera?
No, as of
Yes.
But that's not tolerated. It's better to keep it zero
Right.
at the least value. Okay.
Correct.
So this was about total flow. Total flow is nothing but a buffer of a particular activity.
So that is
By which it can afford to move from its finished date without delaying the project. A critical activity does not have any total flow. It cannot be delayed even by 1 day. Okay. Can you tell me about free float? Where you taught about free float?
Yes, sir. So free float is
Who taught
basically.
you free float?
So we went through the
Okay.
PDF and
Nobody taught you, but you went through on your own.
yes.
Okay. What is free float?
Free float is basically if let's say my particular activity is getting delayed, but it won't affect the start of its successor activity.
So free float is actually for the predecessor of a particular activity.
Right.
Whereas the total float is connected to the whole
So
project.
the whole
Free float is only between two activities.
yes, sir.
Got it? So
It
subsequent
affects the
activity
success
affects the start date of the
successor.
successor. Okay. What do you think is important? Free float or total float?
So total float, because we are more concerned about the entire project than the two activities.
असं अनुमान आहे.
Total float, because we are more concerned about your overall
हो,
project.
आम्ही असं.
But at the same time, if it is about if we are talking about a critical activity, then free float would be also important, because if the successor activity is a say critical activity, we can't.
Free float is something like a micro analysis, you can say.
Exactly.
Total float is macro. Okay, fine. Good. Do you have any knowledge about this DCMA 14-point checklist for baseline schedule?
Yes, sir. I have gone through it, but I don't exactly remember the 14 points. But the essence of it is that
What is the full form of DCMA?
it is defense. It's developed by some US defense.
Department of Contracts Management.
Department of Contracts Management. Yeah, right.
So they have actually devised
Right. So 14 point.
14 points, wherein all these 14 points, this particular filter should
Should
pass.
satisfy our
Yeah.
project schedule, right?
Their schedule should pass all these
Those
14 filters.
Right.
If it is not passing through 14, then we can actually approve it.
No, sir. So we'll try to reschedule things. We will try to change.
But if it is not practically possible to fulfill all the 14 parameters.
Of PCMI. Then if it's not practically possible, then we have to sit down with the stakeholders, let them know beforehand that this is
So
not.
we believe there is some buffer in this. There is some negotiation in this.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We can afford to actually forego certain things.
Yes, sir, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. As per DCMA 14-point checklist,
Right, sir.
what should be the maximum total flow of any activity in the schedule?
I guess less than 20%.
No, I'm not talking about percent. I'm talking about what should be the maximum total flow of any activity in a schedule as per DCMA 14-point checklist.
Right. It is, I guess, half of the activity, less than half of the activity.
It's 44. What is it?
For the total project.
44 for any activity.
For any activity.
If you are getting a total flow as 48, that activity has to be revised. You have to change the total flow to either 44 or less than 44. You cannot have, of course, there is a buffer. 90% of the activities should have a total flow of 44 or less.
Right.
That includes the critical activities as well. Got it?
Right.
So 10% activities in your schedule can have total flow of more than 44, but it's advisable. You can make it all 100%. Because 44 is a very big number. You cannot afford to have a big buffer more than 44 days.
Right.
Got it? What should be the lag, maximum lag between two activities according to DCMA 14-point checklist?
Again, I don't exactly remember, but if I were to take a guess, it is less than half of the activity.
It's 44 again.
It's 44 again. Sorry.
Do you know something about baseline execution index, BEI? There are notes provided. Please go through it. BEI, baseline execution index. Okay. What would be the percentage of critical activities in a schedule, in a good baseline schedule? What should be the ideal percentage? You cannot have all 100% activities as critical. You cannot have Zero.
5%.
5% makes it very difficult to control the project.
As in 1 or 2%. I don't. It must be definitely in the detail.
I think you've been taught a particular figure. 10%
10%.
is an ideal number. If you are having a 2000 activity schedule, 200 activities, if they are critical, you can actually monitor and control your project very well.
Right.
If it is 5%, it would be quite disastrous. If it is 15%, it won't be bad as 5%, but it won't be good as 10% either. So it should be between 10 to 12 according to industry standards.
Right.
So you are almost on board of our team to work as a project planning engineer. So I am actually educating you in this aspect as well. In our company, we have this particular rule that it's better to have 10% activities as critical. If there are 2000 activities in a schedule, 200 activities should be critical. It can be more or less like the best percentage is between 8 to 12%. If it is beyond 12%, it should be very difficult to again, it will be quite challenging to control.
Right.
So, if you want to prepare the WBS, first of all, what is the full form of WBS?
It's work breakdown structure.
Okay, what is EPS?
It's enterprise project structure.
What is EPC?
It is engineering procurement and
What is OBS?
it's organizational breakdown
What
structure.
is CBS?
It is cost breakdown structure.
Very good. So, WBS is work breakdown structure. When you are preparing a baseline schedule, how would you define your WBS? How would you come up with that WBS? What structure you actually want to come up with? See, various planning engineers have various perspectives,
Right.
right? But what is your perspective? How do you come up with a good WBS which is realistic according to your project's scope of work?
Yes, sir. So basically, like first things first, we try to break down our entire project into pre-construction, construction, and post-construction phase, which is what usually happens.
In a main contracting.
Yes, sir. In a main contracting.
For EPC projects.
Yes, sir. For EPC.
Okay.
So pre-construction, post-construction, and construction and post-construction. And then in pre-construction, we go with things such as milestones and then further in construction, we start with, say, in construction we can actually divide, depending on what the project is, we can divide it as per the substructure and the superstructure.
But what document would govern this particular decision of yours to prepare the WBS? Or where do you get the WBS? What kind of document you feel is more important and precise?
So the BOQ is. Yeah. So because in BOQ we'll have.
Do you have pre-construction, construction and post-construction in the BOQ?
No, so pre-construction we don't have.
Okay.
Post-construction we don't have. But the
Do
construction.
you have superstructure in the BOQ?
Yeah, so we can actually know what goes below the ground and what is above the ground as well. Our knowledge.
So you mean to say you need the BOQ. From the BOQ you will formulate
Right.
the WBS.
Exactly.
Okay. BOQ is prepared as per certain categories?
BOQ would be yes, sir.
Divisions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are these divisions?
So these would include divisions such as concrete work, masonry work,
What are these
architecture.
called? Which divisions?
These are sir, CSI divisions.
So what is the full form?
It is
Construction,
construction specifications.
Specification Institute, Index.
Right.
So the BOQ is prepared as per the CSI division.
Right.
How many divisions are there?
So in CS we had 16 divisions.
In case you are saying.
No, sir, mostly it is 14 divisions. There are
See, this is not up to me or you to decide.
there are 16 divisions.
There must be a standard.
Yes, there is a
16
standard.
divisions.
16 divisions.
Okay. According to the 16 divisions, you actually formulate the WBS for your project.
Right.
Okay. So do you follow the sequence in the BOQ? For example, you have division 7.
Right.
What is division 2?
It could be sir masonry. Yes.
Thermal and moisture protection. It is thermal and
Thermal and moisture.
moisture protection. Okay. So can I give thermal and moisture protection before masonry works, which is in division 4?
So when I'm moisturizing the division 2, no, so it has already said that comes at the
So can I jumble up these divisions? Can I have thermal and moisture protection above division 4?
in the primary itself.
In Primavera schedule.
I don't know, sir. Because that would basically.
See, these BOQ divisions are as per chronological order. You mean to say division 9 comes below division 13?
No, sir, not. They are not in chronological order.
We
Not
will-
necessarily because they can go parallelly as well.
Mostly. But some activities.
Most of them are,
might
but
also
yeah,
go
they-
concurrently.
Yes, sir. They can go.
Okay, so what's your final take? Is it in chronological order?
No, it is
Can
not.
I have some activities pertaining to thermal and moisture protection listed above masonry works in Primavera? So this is division 7 and this is division 4.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, we can have certain activities as well, which are.
Do you feel we can do thermal and moisture protection works without the masonry works?
So moisture protection goes into substructure as well. Not some of it. So some of the activities go into substructure as well. Before the masonry.
So those activities should be listed in architectural works or civil works?
No, in its own. It goes. It can go into thermal, but then the when we are assigning the relationships, we can then give the relationships.
Tell me one thing, these activities related to waterproofing
Yes, sir.
or, you say bituminous
Right.
dam proofing and all these things,
Right.
providing water stoppers for retaining or XYZ.
Yes, sir.
These are coming in substance.
Right.
You want to list these activities in a particular WBS called as substructure, or you want to keep it as a separate entity as thermal and moisture protection?
I can put them easily in substructure.
You can put it
Yeah,
in
I
substructure.
can.
Then that's what I was asking you.
Right.
Any activities related to division 7 can come before division 4.
Right, it can.
It's possible.
It is possible.
It's
Yeah.
not
I
a
have
fixed-
done it. I have done it. So yeah, it is possible.
It's not fixed that you have to follow this division.
Yes, sir.
They are maybe an order, but there are certain exceptions wherein you can have a division 10. See, apparently you will have the total cost of retaining work in the quantity, no doubt. That's the summary.
Right.
But I want an activity level. So what would be your personal take? You want to divide the quantity for all this?
Divide.
Do you have any knowledge about contracts? Do you think the planning engineer should know should have some awareness of contracts?
Yeah, the major one should have some understanding of the contract.
Okay. So, what do you think is
Because I think contracts is very important aspect of a planner because that is how he would at the end of the day go think about EVM and extension of time, claim and that's how he would be able to say generate reports based
see,
on.
you have no experience in planning. When you're talking about claims, delays, extension of time,
Right.
contract. Do you really think that you would be part of this particular work when you join a company?
No, so there would be definitely a different team, but then in order to understand their needs, I should be able to understand.
No, we don't have a separate team. We have planners, planning engineers doing this task. But as a fresher, you think can you justify your participation in this particular segment?
No, not as of now.
Why?
Because I don't have like hands-on experience in contracts.
Nobody has experience. What if you are on this straight up? Can you justify?
Then I have to sit down, see the resources, learn from my team members, and I will get going.
See, in this age of AI and post-COVID construction world, maybe oil and gas, as well. So we actually are looking for planning professionals, those who are thorough with cost control, schedule control, as well as contract control. Because these three things comprise project control, project planning control. So we firmly believe that you should know good knowledge of contract management as well. Because you would be on the team preparing EOTs, extension of time, delays, inflation. So are you ready for it?
Yes, so sir, I'll be ready in like before joining the team. Like I have still 1 month of training the team.
But you told me that you have done some course AIPPC
So
from
we are
there.
supposed to
From
end it
there.
by June. We are supposed to end it by June 30. So I have still like 1.5 months left for working on it.
So you would be doing this before
Yeah.
June.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all the best for that. Maybe that would be your next module for conference.
Yes, sir.
So you only now you are confident that your role as a planning engineer would also include
Right.
EOT's claims and
Yes.
processes. Okay, very good. Can you tell me about feeding, what is the full form and what exactly this is? You have some colors of the books,
Yes, sir.
orange book, green
Red
book,
book, green
XYZ.
book, right.
Which book,
As a contractor, so we
as a contractor, main contractor, you feel
red book.
red book? Okay.
Alright.
Which version?
Uh, like the recent revision was in 2019. I guess.
70.
2017. Sir.
But 1999 is still being
Yes, sir. It
practiced.
is being practiced.
So, when you come for the next round of interview,
Yes, sir.
I would certainly expect you to know important clauses as per FIDIC Red Book 1999,
Right, sir.
which governs our work,
Right.
planning and control.
Right, sir.
Important clauses and sub-clauses, 20.1, 19 point something, XY.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So, maybe this would be your homework for the next interview.
Right, sir.
Oh, very good. So you prepared a baseline schedule on your own anytime?
Yes, sir. We did.
What was the activity count?
So the activity count was around 23 activities.
Okay, what was the nature of the work?
So it was a G+16 building.
The tower.
It's a tower, right? So 2,300 activities, and then critical activities of around 324 in the entire project. And yet working on the upgrading part, like resource coding, I'll be doing that.
So you are a young engineer, so we would actually like you to educate us, because we are quite older than you. So you are Gen Z, for example. So we expect a lot from you. Can you tell me can you devise certain AI prompts for getting the job done easily?
Yes, sir. I can add.
What kind of AI platform you think is far suited, best suited for our works?
Sir, when it comes to say generating reports, just like we do in Power BI, I think the best tool right now I have used is Claude AI.
Cloud.
That Claude
What
AI,
is cloud?
Claude AI is by Anthropic, the company Anthropic.
Cloud.
Claude.
Cloud.
So it is pretty good at like developing reports and all. Whereas, let's say if we want to get insights into the real world construction, Grok is the best computer. It gives you the best of the best knowledge.
See, we are laymen in this. You are quite new in this, so I appreciate your zeal of learning AI. So we look forward to learn a lot of new things of integrating AI into our workspace. So I got to know about Grok and Cloudy, you said.
Claude.
So you have to get, what can you do using AI? How does it benefit?
So see, if we look,
What can you want to predict the outcome of the project? You
No,
want to
sir.
change the course of the project?
not exactly. So what I think is,
It's not just about reporting and getting some
Yeah.
good graphics.
yes, sir.
AI is not about getting good graphics
Right.
and
It is not.
you put in your image of yourself and ask ChatGPT to have good, jaw lines and XYZ, so that can be done in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But what can you do in project planning and control using ChatGPT and Cloudy and XYZ?
So if you look at the fundamentals of using AI, or maybe if we talk about machine learning, what they do is they input the data. That is what the output. How good the input of the data is, that's how we get the output.
It's about capturing the true reflection of what is going on.
Yeah, but for that we must for sure know what we are trying to put in.
Okay.
Like based on our knowledge, we should be able to put in the exact prompts or exact data into it, so that we get to know what we are exactly trying to achieve from it. It's not just doing some random make a report on say.
Can you do variance analysis using AI? Of course, in Power BI.
Yeah.
Can you predict outcome?
Yes, sir. We can.
Can
If
you
we have enough data.
Can you provide certain insights about the productivity rates of the people, of laborers
Yes, sir.
and machine so far? For example, the project is
Yeah.
in progress. It's
Right.
2 years down the line. The project duration is 4 or 5 years, for example.
Yes, sir.
Looking back at the trends,
Right.
can you predict the productivity or loss of productivity? Can you have a variation report of the loss of productivity, for example?
Yes, sir. We can
You
definitely.
can do it
We
with
can.
AI.
If we provide it with the past data, it would learn the basically the let's say the curve or the algorithm this data best fits. So it would then further be able to predict what our team is
So
going to
you mean
achieve.
to say everything is based on data.
Yeah, exactly.
The more precise data you
Yeah.
input,
Right.
the outcome would be
Right.
likewise.
Exactly.
It's all about data
It's all about data.
management, data visualization comes later, of course.
It would come later, sir, definitely. But the more accurate the data is, more you are able to put in the accurate details into it, the more better would be the outcome. Because it learns from your own data. Yes, sir.
Coming to Power BI,
Yes, sir.
how much can you self-evaluate on a scale of 10
Yes, sir.
in Power BI? See, Power BI is generic, it can be used to anyone.
Right.
But we are talking about project planning and controls.
Yes, sir.
Power BI.
Yes, sir.
What is your score?
So 10 on 10.
And then,
Yeah.
can you integrate ODBC
Right.
to
Yes, I can.
Power BI?
I can.
Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir.
You
We
know
have
what?
done enough number of projects on Power BI. Like enough number of
You really connected to the Primavera schedule, Primavera database.
I didn't retrieve the data. I did connect it with that. Then we have to.
Because in our company,
Yes, sir.
we have Power BI integrated to our ODBC.
Right.
We don't have a conventional concept of taking out the data of Primavera,
Right, sir.
putting it in a standardized format of Excel sheet,
Right.
and then merging it to Power BI, like what we are doing it now, for example.
Yes, sir.
If you really integrate ODBC, if you didn't integrate, how can you rate 10 out of 10?
So, but I can.
You
I
can do
mean,
it.
yes, sir. We have done it till then. Then we just need to know the name of attributes. Once we know the name of attributes, we can simply put in there and we can retrieve data from the database.
Do you think data cleaning is very important while using Power BI, or can you just go?
So it's very important. Data cleaning is very, very important.
But why do you clean it at like a washing machine to clean? What's the
Like,
concept of data cleaning?
data cleaning is basically like there is a robust structure of data among different tables, so that once we put down relationship between those tables, there won't be any error between making some relationships between the tables. And more importantly, if there are certain null values or if there are any missing values in the columns or in any of the sheets, that would hamper our relationships later when we visualize them in the Power BI.
So do you know DAX functions like that?
Yes, sir, DAX, we have used DAX functions. Especially when we look
See,
at
be very responsible.
Yes, sir.
So claiming that you know DAX function as well.
Yes, sir.
Where have you learned this?
So we have learned it. So we use one of our DAX functions.
Where have you learned?
Sir, at Project Controls, where we were developing this Power BI dashboard for our major project. We did GW migrate, we used the DAX function.
So you did all these things in Power BI as part of your program.
Yes, sir. Right. We did.
Do you think that you are now ready for the real world?
Yes,
What
sir.
if we keep you as a data analyst for all our projects?
Yes, sir.
You need not do planning,
Yes,
you need not prepare the basement sheet, you need not update it.
sir. Right.
We are running 12 projects going on in our company. So we go for example, what if I keep you as a data analyst?
Yes, sir.
Are you sound enough to prepare the dashboards for all these 12 projects?
Yeah, I'll be able to. I'll be able to.
What dashboards did you prepare as part of your training?
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate the list of the dashboards?
So we prepared a number of dashboards which included a project overview for build a journal like for management we put down a dashboard which included like
Not all the dashboard. You can tell me that you want to show your. ठीक है ना आपको ये
more than like honestly.
included है कंफर्म मैं इसको भी दारी में करना होगा मैं इसको भी जोड़ेंगे हमारा तो देर हो रही है सार पढ़ लेंगे हमारा चलो
हाँ सर
जाना
Sir, as you can see, sir, we have this is one of the companies our wish to work and provide. This is part of Binladin Group.
can you see zoom because
What?
ठीक है सब मान लो ओके मिस्टर Rahir. So these are the dashboards which you claim that you have prepared. Yes.
Yes, sir. So we build these dashboards based on the data we take from GW manual project. And first of all, we just try to put an executive status dashboard for the like project manager and stakeholders to look at.
What is the executive summary status?
Yes, sir, that's the executive status.
Very nice. Can you, if you don't mind, just have water and can you elaborate?
Yeah, absolutely.
It would give us a good perspective.
So basically, what we do is we have retrieved all the data from Primavera, right, and put that down in for data cleaning. We put that into the Excel and later like loaded the data into the Power BI, right. So after the data cleaning and all, what we started with was our executive status, like because that was the most important thing for the project to even like start. We wanted to let our stakeholders and the project managers know that when, say for example, when we are going to start our project, what would be the contract finish or what would be the forecast finish as per our like baseline, earlier like baseline one, and it would also tell us about the delay and the variance, right, as per both the schedule and the units, labor units, and the cost as well. And as you can see here, we have made multiple number of dashboards which included planned versus actual percentage manners, which basically tells us that we have like completed around 93.29% of the work we planned earlier.
The effort.
Yes, sir. The effort of laborers.
Labor.
Exactly. And as per the cost, we have already reached around like 10 plus million. So we are almost around 90 plus percentage for completion of project, right? Then again, the same thing with the time lapse and time remaining. 94% time we have already spent on the project, on a 3-year project, right? And then coming down further, we are if the stakeholders want to know like what we have done floor wise or any like hotel areas or different like attributes we can use. Here we have used the floor wise, like planned versus actual. What we have done in the basement 4, basement 2, and all those. If you like scroll down in it, if you scroll down, you will see that other number of other floors as well. Background news. Right, great. to the floor wise you can see basement 2, basement 1. Can you just scroll it down till at the end of it? As you can clearly see how much we are.
This is planned versus actual for man hours.
Yes, man hours, for the man hours. And yeah, and the same way we have built for the man hours only, we have built an S curve on the right side of it, which is again planned versus actual. It's the basically the cumulative planned versus actual of the man hours. You can clearly see how much we have done at the start of the project. Things are like such like mobilization and all, not much resource are used, but by the end of it, things are like created almost 100%. Right. Then we have project delay trends in days. As you can clearly see, within those 3 years, what was the project delay? Okay. And then this is again.
Fair enough. Can you proceed with the next dashboard?
Same way we have progress curve.
Okay, fine. Please open earned value analysis. Do you have any knowledge about earned value management analysis? So what are the main KPIs associated with earned value analysis? What is KPIs?
Key performance indicators.
So what are their like important
So
KPIs in earned value?
if we really want to understand like EVM, earned value management, right, as a subject or as a concept, we have to deal with a number of key pointers such as planned value, like earned value. We have SPI, we have CPI, we have actual cost as well. These 5 are the fundamental, concepts which
So PV planned value also is a KPI?
Yes, sir. Planned, like the key performance indicators would be the SPI and the CPI only,
PV
but they
also
will be derived from PV and scheduled cost, like planned value and actual cost as well.
Okay, for having a healthy project, when you update a project, what should be the ratio of SPI and CPI? I mean, it should be less than 1 or more than 1?
So they should be ideally 1, but never less than 1. Because less than 1 would always mean, like in case of SPI, it would mean that we are already delayed, the project is delayed if it is less than 1. And in case of CPI, it would be that we are over budget.
Okay, can you give me a formula of schedule variance?
Yes, so schedule variance. So it is earned value minus actual cost, or earned value minus planned value.
EV minus PV.
Yes, sir.
Schedule performance, schedule value,
Right, planned value.
Schedule
Variance is EV minus PV.
schedule value minus planned value.
Right, EV minus PV.
EV minus PV is SV,
Is SP, right?
right?
Yes, sir.
What is the formula for SPI?
SPI is
EV by PV.
it's EV divided by.
So the earned value in the numerator is higher than PV. So obviously the ratio would be more than 1.
Yes, sir.
So it should be always,
Should be always
ahead.
be greater than.
Greater than.
one. Right.
What should be?
I'm sorry, I think I said the opposite before. Did I say opposite?
No, it is
Sorry. Yeah.
confirmed.
Right. It has to be more.
What is the formula for cost variance?
Cost variance would be again earned value minus actual cost.
EV minus AC. Okay.
The fundamental is actually here.
What is CPI's formula?
CPI, it would be again it would
EV
be earned value divided by actual cost.
Is that right?
Yes.
Earned value divided by actual cost is CPI.
Right.
So this is about earned value analysis.
Right.
So you are showing me what parameters, performance index. So you are showing me CPI, SPI, both in the same
Both in the same.
chart.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And you have a BSC, estimated completion,
We have
variance analysis.
Variance analysis.
Is this schedule variance analysis? Schedule is related to only time?
This is related to the period only, time only.
Only period, not about
It's not
cost.
about cost, no.
But I can see certain blue things, some of cost variance or the CV. So it's both time and cost included.
Yeah, the blue one is the cost variance, right?
So it's both cost and
Right.
very nice. Please elaborate something about resource histogram. So I can conclude that you have good knowledge of Power BI. I
Sheet
really
पकड़ के
appreciate
बटन
that. And at the same time, I would like to appreciate the person also behind who taught you Power BI as a program. Who is that?
For me, sir.
After Google, yeah.
So in resource histogram, we are clearly able to see based on depending on the we are clearly able to see based on like year wise we have like based on the year as well as the months you can see the resources used in different activities. Such as
This is a stack histogram of all the resources.
right.
Can you not do this same thing in Primavera? Meaning a stack histogram?
We can make
Okay, is there a feature in
yes,
Primavera?
there is.
But you won't have a robust dashboard in
Yeah, we can not play around as much as we can
in Power BI. Okay, that's very nice.
sometimes we can like use this
Different,
to see
for different grades,
different
resource grades. Okay. Fine. Is there anything else you want to show us? What do you think you enjoyed the most in preparing these dashboards?
The most what I enjoyed was I guess the world value only.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Because that's the key performance indicator for
So you know how to take out the data from a baseline schedule as
Yes,
well as
sir.
the actual now the parameters
Yes, sir.
associated with it.
we can.
Okay.
And there is again is a different team of data analysts there who provide us with like
Right. Yes, yes, yes.
thank you so much. Thank you.
So I think I didn't know that you had good knowledge about Power BI. So I think we can actually come up with a good role for you to keep you in data analytics for all the projects. Maybe you can justify your role in that with these set of skills what we have in Power BI. Very nice. Good. So you also explained me about front value and all these things. Do you know something about delay analysis? Something in delays?
Yes, sir. In delay analysis, what we basically do is we have already, as far as we know that we have already made a baseline schedule and we export it basically later on for the DA analysis as well in order to understand the variances between the baseline and the current updated file and file.
For example, I keep you on a delay analyst role predominant, for example.
Yes, sir.
Which technique do you think is better for doing delay analysis? Do you know, can you distinguish among the various techniques of delay analysis?
Yes, sir. Just as we have time impact analysis.
Okay. You are using time impact.
Yes, sir.
It is also called as window analysis.
Yes, sir.
What other techniques are there which are practiced in the industry these days, apart from time impact analysis?
Apart from time impact analysis, there are a number of techniques, but I am
But you
not
have,
able to recall.
you have done time impact analysis,
Yes, sir.
window analysis.
Yes, sir.
For example, if I am attending a progress meeting, that's a weekly meeting,
Yes, sir.
and we are having certain delays, how do you attribute the delays
Right.
to a particular entity like consultant, client, or contractor, for example?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me about various types of delays, for example?
Yes, sir. Let's say today we have a delay of 5 days or something, and we can attribute some of the delays happen because the client side they change some of the specifications in the construction. Like so, we can put in like one
Can
of
you categorize this type of delays?
okay, yeah, okay. How do I categorize it based on who's at fault? This will be categorized based on who's at fault. Or the contractor side on the
What is the
fault.
term used for these categories?
Excusable, one is the excusable, another is non-excusable, another is where
You have subcategories.
we can provide some time, but at the same time we won't be providing the cost for that, right?
So excusable, compensable.
Compensable and
Excusable,
non-compensable, right?
If the client is at fault,
Right.
which category this delay would come?
If client is solely on the fault, then it would be excusable. At the same time, it would be compensable.
Excusable. compensable.
Yes, sir.
So you would be getting time as well
as well as
money.
the extension of time, as well as the getting a cost to complete that.
Do you think critical path plays a role in delay analysis?
Yes, sir, definitely. Critical part does play a big role.
When
in there.
activity is delayed, but
Yes,
if it is absorbed by the flow of that particular activity,
Right.
so are you entitled to claim it as a delay?
No, because we already had that much of amount of lag. For
What
that.
if that delay is quite important,
Yes, sir.
and that's basically the fulcrum of the next set of delays which are about to
It
happen?
impacts the other
But that
activities.
is not coming on the critical path.
It is not coming on the critical part.
Yeah, it is an important delay of XY maybe 20 days in
Yes, sir.
that month. But if it is absorbed by the total force of that activity, do you think it is justified or this is fair? Because you are relying on Primavera. Primavera is running on a particular logic, so critical path method, where you have certain floats for activities.
Yes, sir.
For critical activities, you have total float 0. For non-critical, you have more than 0.
Yes, sir.
For example, you have a big float for a delay event, but the delay is very disastrous.
Right.
But you are not entitled to claim for time extension because this particular delay is being absorbed by the total float in Primavera.
Yes, sir.
What do you have to say on this?
Sir, it is when it comes to time, when it comes to schedule, it is completely fair. But let's say there are certain costs incurred because of those delays, extra manpower or like, oh, we have to keep the machinery on the side.
But that's not coming on the critical path.
Yeah. So it is fair.
It is
Yeah,
fair.
it is fair.
But it's quite a very big delay and a very disastrous
But
delay.
it is not affecting our project end date
No.
at the end of the
The
day.
bottom line, we will really think we need to actually discuss further on this as per the industry standards that this particular delay event, although it's a very important delay event, the project has been delayed, no doubt,
Right.
but fortunately this delay is absorbed by the total cost for that
We
activity.
don't need to discuss further on this. I don't think so.
So you are happy with
Yeah,
accepting
I'm
the fact that when you are using Primavera
Yeah.
and its logic,
Yeah.
you are wholeheartedly accepting it with its pros and cons.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically, it's not a con, but it's a natural thing.
Yes, sir.
So you feel that this is fine,
Because
perfectly
things
fine.
happen, there are thousands of things happening on the side. So this can also happen. And at the same time, it's not affecting my end date of the project. So I can ignore it.
So while doing delay analysis, did you incorporate these delays as activities in your existing schedule?
Yeah, I have to.
You have.
I have to. Yes, sir.
Then run the project, schedule it, and come
Exactly.
up with a device date. So this is time impact analysis.
Yes, sir.
So we have some knowledge about, good knowledge about delay
Yes, sir.
analysis.
Yes, sir.
So what else do you want to tell? Do you have any questions or need any clarifications?
Sir, like from the company,
Any need subject knowledge or need from the company?
sir, I would definitely want to join the company and get to know more about the processes involved in the company, and then further love to learn more from the colleagues and from the management as well.
See, when you started the interview, you told me quite a lot of things about estimation and view.
Right.
What if our quantity surveyor is on leave and his work is pending? Can you take up that job?
At that point of time, if there is no alternative, I have to let him. I can't leave it.
But planning is different from cost estimation. View.
But then, sir, again, if it is needed for the planning purpose,
It's not needed for the planning purpose. I mean, maybe you will have, maybe something will be delayed, no doubt, but so it's not, but good amount of estimation.
right?
You told me that you can quantify quantities and do all sorts of things,
Right.
prepare bills, payment certificates.
Right.
This is what a quantity surveyor does.
Right, sir.
So would you want to do that job as well, apart from your regular duties of planning?
Sir, see, it is not like
You
not
told me that you are ready for that job. You can do multitasking.
I can do
When I
that.
don't have people in
Yeah.
quantity surveying due to some reason, maybe they are on leave or they have resigned, I don't have adequate workforce for quantity surveying. So you told me that you can fit in that role for some period of time.
I can surely jump roles. There's no problem in that. But at the same time, then I should be relieved of my planning duties as well, because there are just 8 hours a day to work. So I can't be
What is
putting
your
like 16
final?
hours a day.
What do you want to do? You want to take up that?
See, if the planning part is like almost done, if I'm not prepared in the team, and the QS is something which needs a person right away, I would definitely. Because this is
So you are flexible.
Yeah, so I'm
doing
flexible that.
QS.
But then, yeah, planning has to
See,
be.
I am your planning manager, for example.
Yes, sir.
I like you for your planning skills. What if you have done a tremendous job in quantity survey and the estimation manager likes you and he wants to appoint you as a quantity surveyor for the next project?
So I would love to stick to planning.
But
I'm just going there to just help my team, help my company with the problem at hand. But I would love to definitely go back to my.
but he's fighting with me to have you in his team.
But I'll definitely tell him that.
I cannot do anything because you went to quantity survey and you did a tremendous job and he is actually liking you. Now you have to continue working as a QS with half the salary what you are providing me.
So I'm going to let him know, like the QS manager, I'm going to let him know that there are definitely better people out there who know.
Don't you think you are compromising on the sovereignty of the project planning and controls field by jumping into QS?
But the point is, as a team,
See, it is quite naive here that you know a lot of things,
right,
but that doesn't mean you have to justify everything and work.
right,
We are a big organization where we have a set of roles and responsibilities for every individual.
right. I should certainly not go to the quantity in any case, even if I know that.
You are concluding or you are asking my
I'm just asking your
advice.
right, yeah.
I would certainly, tell you that although you have good skills in quantity survey, but never in your life you should actually work as a quantity surveyor, even if it is attractive, if you are getting good pay. But that's not the case. Quantity surveyors are basically paid below planning individuals.
Right.
I think that would be disastrous on your part to dilute your job profile and responsibility.
Right.
Because you've learned so many things.
Right.
Project planning and control. You're justifying it. You have a good promising career ahead. And this is just the beginning. In 10 years down the line, you can do wonders in your field. Why would you want to go to quantity surveying and just play with the quantities and fields?
Right. So I'll definitely do that.
You want to take back your words?
Yeah, sure. I'll stick with that.
You stick to plan. Although you know good knowledge of contracts and quantity estimation, that is for your benefit as a planning engineer to work as a good planning engineer.
Right.
But that doesn't mean every skill set has to be adopted at real time and you have to do justice and work in a company as a quantity surveyor. Okay? So you are taking back your word.
Yeah.
What if I actually promote you to contracts manager after 2 years?
No, I would still be in the planning. I would love to.
Okay, what is your end goal? What's your goal? What do you want to become?
Definitely, sir. After this, a senior planning engineer, and then like I would love to go for an MBA. Let's say 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line.
India.
Yes, sir. For a more like project management role. Like
What has MBA to do with project management?
like after 10 years down the line, so once I understand everything, like once I reach a senior planning engineer role, then I would love to work.
What is your end goal? What do you say? Your vision? What do you want to become? 10 years down the line.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to.
You don't want to become a project manager?
Yes, as a project manager, that would be.
No, you don't want to become a project manager. You just want to become a senior engineer.
So after that, obviously, I'll then switch to project manager.
Do you
That's the next
do you feel a master's degree is relevant in today's age
I really don't think.
to become a project manager?
I don't think so, sir. I don't think
So
so.
why do you want to do MBA? MBA is not a management degree,
Yeah.
as per my knowledge.
Yeah.
They call it as a management degree, but it has nothing to do with project management.
Right. There's a separate thing
There's a
for
separate
project
in
management.
project management, construction management, engineering.
Yeah.
India is not pertaining to it.
Yes, sir.
So what if you leave my company after 3 to 4 years, for example, for doing an MBA?
But I'm still sticking 10 years, so that I need a major project management level. And after that, if I want to get into, let's say, the top tier management level at the company also.
So you are saying that you require another 10 years to become a project manager?
I'm not saying, I'm just saying that how things work in the industry. It takes you around 7 to 10 years to reach a senior project manager level.
But you didn't tell me specifically that you wanted to become a project manager.
Sorry, sir, if I couldn't articulate that. Right.
You want to become a project manager.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything beyond the project manager role?
Like general manager of the company.
Project director.
Yes, sir. Director or general manager of the company.
Okay. So what if I promote you as a contracts manager, seeing your contract skills, for example, after 2 years, wherein you will not have any role in project planning directly, of course, indirectly, you will be associated with planning engineers and preparing the contracts, subcontracts, and you will play with everything. So we want to take up that role of quantity manager or contracts manager or administrator after 2 years.
I can't really predict future now. I can't really tell what would I do after, like what would be the rotation after 3 years. But I would love to stick to like plan.
If it is a lucrative offer in contracts management, you want to forego that because you want to stick to plan and become
Because at the same time I want to become project manager. So that
you can become a project manager by this route as well from contracts manager. But the next role will be project manager.
but I love the planning part more than the management.
You will be a senior planning engineer. At the same time, you have an option of becoming contracts manager.
Right.
After 2-3 years, which one would you choose?
I would definitely want to go a senior manager because I really like
But
that.
in the hierarchy level, this is the engineering level and this is the manager level.
Uh-huh.
So which one do you want to?
I think at that point of time I will have gained much knowledge. You know, I will have people around me. So
Yeah, I am a planning
I will be
manager.
able to take better
I am
planning.
doing planning since 20 years. I am looking for faithful planning professionals who can stick to planning goals,
Right.
not jump to other roles for the sake of becoming or for the sake of coming to expedite
Yes, sir.
the process of becoming the project manager.
Yes, sir. That's why I will stick to planning. That's what I said right from the start, and I will stick to planning.
You stick to your word or
Yeah, I will stick to it.
what you become a manager. You have a
But that won't excite me as much as
okay.
how to do the planning. So what do you? So can I like ask a question? What do you think I should work on? Which parts I should be like focusing more on?
Planning engineer, senior planning engineer, planning manager. Okay.
So I'm
You
asking
can start
about-
in project controls.
That's a context.
Huh?
That's a context.
You contact me. Please contact me there. In this journey, when you are starting as a planning engineer, of course you become a senior planning engineer, then a planning manager. Then your next step would be project manager. So it's a good road which you can take. And this is a very productive road where you can learn the whole facets and aspects of the project. I think this is a good one. So why did you go to QAQC, BIM, quantity surveying, and XYZ and come to this particular
So I'm naturally more inclined towards planning.
way?
I am, sir. I have seen like while working from past 2 to 5 years, I actually understood myself more than ever. So I would be better fit in planning, like working in cross-functional teams, talking to different teams, and then inculcating that in my planning schedule. Because of planning guide.
Fine, you can take a break now. After the break, I will provide you with a particular assignment in Primavera and one assignment in Power BI. small assignment. Maybe it would take 1 or 2 hours for Primavera assignment and 1 hour for OLE assignment. Let me evaluate your software skills and all these things. After that, we'll have another round in the coming week with the HR. So from my side, okay, I'll give it a pass. You are selected more, but just for the satisfaction of my team, I would have to administer you on, I have to give you a particular test, a brief test for the software skills. Fine, it was nice talking to you, and you are a very confident young man with a good future ahead and a strong head on your shoulders. You are quite, you know which reforms to take, which decisions to take. So yes, you've got a good prospective career ahead. So I would advise you to have clarity of thought what you have as of now. And I also congratulate you for the effort which you have put in the recent months or years, so which has brought you over here. So well, that's a good initiative. Well begun is half done. So enjoy your work and do justice with your soul, and maybe have a good personal life as well in the coming years. Thank you very much.